We talked before our show. You know how we do it. It's the That's Just It podcast show. Yeah. Episode 20. A deuce and a zero. 20.
We don't say
20.
The 20.
20. We in the episode 20. I'm glad that we're here. It's been a long time coming to number 20. So we're opening it up like we always open it up, y'all. Y'all know how it's going. I got 3 of my hosts here, plus me, that's 4, and 1 not here. And y'all know we always doing something, so somebody ain't here most of the time, or some of the times. And when we have a full house, we happy about it. And when we don't have a full house, we happy about it. Okay. So
that's a good thing.
We starting off like we starting off, and I'm gonna make it like this.
All right.
We gonna do board games.
Board games.
Yeah, I'm gonna give my man an easy one because I'm sure he gonna come up with this. He not gonna say I ain't got the answer to this. He ain't gonna say that was before my time. He ain't gonna say that I'm too old for that. He gonna give me this answer.
Wow.
My man Profound Rucker in the house for episode 20. My man.
Get this Twinkie show going.
We doing, and I said board games, but I meant games. I mean, you get it.
I admire your tenaciousness in asking him the question first consistently. Episode 1.
It wasn't episode. No. It wasn't since
I think like
episode 1.
Like what?
At first we was jumping around, and then we just stopped doing, putting him after one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So first with 1. If I was the game of Uno.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit.
He say, oh, yeah, I know this one.
Yeah.
How would you greet me, my brother?
Fuck you. Skip you.
Skip you. Reverse, nigga. Reverse. My man. Pastor Sean Allen.
Jesus is Lord. What's going on?
Jesus is Lord. Yes, he is.
Amen.
If I was the game of Battleship.
Oh, shit.
How would you greet me, my brother?
You sank my battleship.
Yeah, that's what I'm expecting.
You better not say Candyland, Negro.
Ooh, I wouldn't even know how to answer that. Yeah. Slide down, what? Slip and slide. Shoots and ladders. Ooh. Not the shoots.
Shoots and ladders.
No, not the shoots. Just the ladders. All right, my man Lou. Let me make it easy. If I was the game of chess, how would you greet me?
Castle.
Okay, that's good enough. Checkmate. Castle. All right. So, what a punchline. You made it. Yeah, all right. So, we coming on to our 20th episode. Yes. And y'all know how we like to do. We like to give different outlooks on relationships and everything. And we have a special guest in the house. And as Lou would say, well, who is he? What does he do? And like I do all the time, everybody knows themselves better than I do. Even though this is my man and I know him pretty well, he can introduce himself and tell y'all more about himself than I can. And then I add on to it.
Horace Gibson.
My man, Horace Gibson.
Welcome to the show. Hey, to the show.
And Horace, what do you do in life?
Retired mostly, but
hey.
But I do a few different things to keep busy. That's all.
Yeah, because you're always busy, and you're one of my mentors. And let me put that out there.
Okay.
And I've gotten advice from you. So some of the times, I mean, I don't know if you've seen all the shows, but they pretty hard on me. So
right.
I just
a bunch of the shows.
Yeah. So I just wanted to say that like you're like 7.7% of the influence in my life So some of that shit is your fault.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Damn.
It's a good part.
All right. Miles, you saying it ain't no good part? Damn. Yeah. You're right.
Okay.
Rent due today. Rent was due last week. We late and stuff. I can't hit the table because rent due. This week's show is about the title. Okay, we're gonna make the title Vice Grip.
Vice grip.
Vice Grip.
Okay. hold your ass down.
So, because I like the titles to, I don't even want the titles to go with the show is about. You did this. I want you to think of it, when you see the title, I want you to go, why in the hell is it called Vice Grip?
Okay. Well, there we go.
Okay. My man, Profound Rucker. Can you pull up the definition again? And I'm going to just say this while you pulling up the definition. Y'all know me. My thing is words. Remember, it's not the words, it's the energy behind them and how people put words and, there and so much strength is put on words, and people go to jail, people get killed, and people can fall in love over just words.
Life and death is in the power of the tongue.
And a lot of times we use words and we don't even know what they mean. Mm-hmm. So I wanted to go with the definition of first, because like I always say, numbers is always right, and the dictionary is always right. So somebody might use a word and say something different, but when you read it in the dictionary has to be right.
Right.
So, oh my goodness.
No, because mine is giving a totally different definition than what they had before.
I know, but I
That's why I
had
said
set that up to go right into it.
Yeah, look, and that was I'm sitting here searching the shit out. I was like, this is nothing like before. This all
my
finance.
God.
This all finance right here. So hold on.
I'm sorry, y'all. Leverage. So what it means to me is, and then he's gonna pull up the definition. Leverage. A lot of times, let me say, remember when we was little and somebody would go, we see a video or a picture of Janet Jackson.
Okay.
And somebody would see that picture and they go, ooh, if I had Janet Jackson, I'd flip her over and she'd be mine. Or whatever it was, you do, whatever you was going to do to Janet Jackson, Beyonce, whoever. The whole thing is, whoever it is, she got to want you back. Meaning that if you run into Janet Jackson, what's your chance of screwing Janet Jackson? Didn't you just say dating? I screw it, dating. I mean, same thing. I mean, that's the whole thing you're getting out of a date. I hope you're not planning on just dating for friendship. When you're leverage, we go in with leverage. So I'm saying a lot of times people are what? Excuse me.
Is the leverage vice grip?
Dude,
It's vice grip.
Yeah.
that's why he ain't.
Leverage in relationships.
In case you didn't know, Horace Miles is not part of the show. Yeah, he just fucks up. Right, he fucks up the flow, but he's there. He's the interrupter.
Miles, that's the producer talking, not
Right.
the host.
Right.
Sounds like the producer.
So to answer Miles, because he's messing up the flow. So to answer
That's
Miles,
Oscar talking,
the
Miles,
reason
not
why
Lewis.
it was called, the reason why the title was Vice Grip is because a lot of times you use Vice Grips to get leverage. You feeling it? Now you feeling it? Okay, whatever, nigga.
Bring it on.
So even a vice, if you're fixing on something, or brakes or mechanics or something, they put it in the vice and they hold it tight to where it doesn't move, and then you're able to wiggle all around and do whatever you want to it. So that's the whole thing. That's what I'm saying. You got to have something on one side to make the other side do what you want it to do.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, you put that back in.
Okay, so that was my point. A lot of times people, and I'm saying me too. A lot of times we want things and we get lucky and we get things, but we're not able to keep it because we ain't got our shit together.
There you go.
Our shit is the leverage.
Okay.
a lot of times, you want to get a definition right quick? You found it?
Yep.
Okay,
the
please.
power to influence a person or situation to achieve a particular outcome.
I.e.
To achieve a
manipulation.
particular outcome. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so one more time.
The power to influence a person or
The
situation.
power to, remember how we do it, the power to influence another person
or a situation
or
Read the
a
next verse, brother.
situation
Read the next verse, brother.
or a situation
to achieve a particular outcome.
to achieve a particular outcome.
There we go.
That's what it is.
Next time you can have me do it in my preacher voice.
Okay, hold on.
I couldn't even get it out right.
There we go. There we go.
We didn't get it out right.
We was them Eastern Light dudes on the, Eastern Light niggas. We was all the wrong people. Go ahead, do it, Pastor.
The power to influence a person or a situation to achieve a particular outcome. Give me an applause, brother.
Amen.
All right.
Here's an example. Industry consolation has raised costs by giving healthcare systems leverage over insurance companies. Let the church say amen.
Amen. So the whole thing with leverage.
Good job, bro.
He sounded like David Wayne is doing that. That's why I was like,
News. So my thing is, a lot of times brothers like to act, want things and they don't have their shit together.
Okay.
So this show today is, it's a lot, we talk to the men. So it's about men, get your shit together.
Okay.
You're not grown until you have shit.
Okay.
You can't demand shit. You can't tell a woman. You shouldn't be telling a woman to shut the fuck up if you ain't got shit. If you using her car to take her to work and you go back home to play video games and shit,
Right.
you shouldn't be telling a woman to shut the fuck up.
yeah, got that right.
If the heat bill and the light bill ain't in your name, and it doesn't have to be your name if you paying the mortgage, but if you paying something, let me say it like this: if you can't touch the heat, shut the fuck up.
Walk in there, turn it up to 78.
Right, you can't. Right, don't touch the heat. Man, we gotta have some. We gotta do better. We gotta do better. And so I brought Horace in here because this is somebody I look up to as having his shit together.
Okay.
And I've known Horace for a while, and I mean Horace got a throne at the crib and shit.
What?
You got a throne? Yeah.
My African chair, right?
Yeah.
That's what's
So
up.
that's
what's
what I'm saying. I ain't about to tell all his business, but Horace got it going on, and he been through shit in life and everything. And I'm sure if I ask and pry enough, I don't know if he know what I don't want to get too deep because I don't know what you want the world to know.
Okay.
I'm glad you're here. But like for instance, you went through a divorce before.
Two. Yeah.
Two divorces.
Yeah.
What did you learn from the first one?
To be able to control a divorce, you have to have your own shit together.
There you go.
A divorce is about money,
Right.
okay? And you find a lot of people crying about divorces, saying, "Oh, I had a hard divorce, and my wife got this, my wife got that." But you have to be able to pay yourself out of a divorce.
Okay.
Okay. So if you got money to operate, then you may be able to split, keep what's yours, and give her what she needs. If it's all about money. If you don't, and that's leverage. If you don't have that money, then you can be in a bad situation in a divorce.
Or Kenny G just filed to stop paying spousal support after 9 years because he done paid over $13 million.
Damn.
And he said, I'm not touring and I'm not getting paid like I used to. That's his argument to court. But I'm just thinking, after 9 years.
That's a lot of money, Lou.
After 2 or 3 years, come on, you got to have your shit together now.
Depending on the lifestyle that you provided her, though. With the, she could have been living that lifestyle. He was
But
Kenny
9
G.
years?
He's Kenny G, dog.
Right. That's a
Man,
lot
the
of-
royalties off them songs gonna be coming in generation after generation.
Exactly.
And so, what did you learn out the second marriage?
Well, the second marriage, the divorce was, I was.
Excuse you, right? Second divorce.
Well, I was getting ready to buy a bar at that point. Okay, so I said, I'm gonna finance the bar, and I'm gonna pay cash for it.
Okay.
So I remortgaged my house, right? got the money out the house, ready to buy the bar, but the guy at the bar decided not to sell it to me. He was in a terminal condition, but he didn't sell it to me, long story short. So now I got the money out of the house, and I'm going through a divorce. Had I left the money in the house,
It would have still been in the house.
it would have still been in the house. It would still have been my money.
Right.
It was my house. But now that I got it out, I got to split it.
Okay.
Okay. So,
That hurts.
but again, it's just leverage. You got to have the money to work
There you
with.
go. That's the word, leverage. You
gotta
had
have it,
it.
man.
You had it to do it.
had
When
to
Bill
do it.
Gates divorced,
Right.
he paid his wife all stocks.
Right, to get her in all stock.
He didn't pay a dime in money. He gave her all stocks.
Yeah.
And we know he's a billionaire and she's a second billionaire because
Yeah,
she was
definitely.
able to get
Definitely.
all
Elevated her
her
right up there.
Coca-Cola, all the stuff.
right, yeah.
So that was leverage. He was able to keep 90% of his. He was able to keep 90% of his cash because he was able to give her all stock.
Right.
Yeah.
Meaning he still had more stock.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
What was you about to say, Lou?
No, I'm just saying, but it seems as though the need to have leverage comes only because there's been a breakdown or an anticipation of a breakdown.
I can agree with that.
Because even if you read the definition, what both Shines read was you could essentially replace the word leverage with manipulation.
Right.
Yeah.
And as somebody who's, according to my sister, you and your mama are the bullshit manipulators that to watch out for. So it doesn't rub me the right way to hear leverage and why you got to have leverage in a relationship. It's like you setting it up to fail if that's what you're concerned with.
Okay.
And I don't know. I'm just saying that's what it sounds like on its face.
Yeah.
And let me say this: when rich people or people with money decide to mess up, they come home and their wife says, "Let's go to counseling. Let's work it out.
Rich people.
Let's talk about it." No, I'm saying because there's leverage. There's something to lose. She has a home. She has a lifestyle that she's not able to afford for herself. If she leaves this man, she got to go stay back with mama. She got 2 kids she got to take
She
care
couldn't
of.
have just wanted to save her marriage.
Huh?
She couldn't just wanted to save her marriage because she loved the dude. It is hard not saying the N word.
Well,
Oh,
what I'm saying is, yes, she could want to save her marriage, but that's another reason why she wants to save her marriage, because of those things. If he didn't have something, she can come home and say, "Oh, this nigga cheated. I'm out." I mean, it don't even have to be cheating. It could be something as simple as, I'm divorced. I didn't cheat, but I didn't have no leverage. You know, her parents had more leverage than I did. Because if something was able to happen, they was able to take care of her and pull her out of it. Yeah, I could do it too, but she got the parents to do it. So now she's saying, well, I don't need you to do it because I got them. If they weren't there, then we might have had to work it out. Or we might have, it might have been a hold up. Let me think about this.
Okay.
It might have been a second chance.
So is leverage in this sense a power play then?
Okay, come on.
Yeah, is it a power play?
It's not, again, to me, it's not a power play.
Okay.
Because it's what you're supposed to have. It's what you're supposed to. You're supposed to have your own house before you go into before you get married.
And I can agree with that, because I think as men, and I want to go back to that point if that's okay. I think as men, and I think all of us here, we can agree with this. I think there is a level of that we should have our stuff together. Once we come out from under mama's bosom, whatever you want to call it. Okay. I even think that there's a biblical mandate for that being a man. Okay.
Okay.
If you are the quote unquote spiritual leader, because if you believe in the biblical context, man is supposed to be the head of
the household.
Okay, head of everything. So, but in order to be that head, it's funny because from the concept of being a man, you have to build yourself into that. You're not necessarily born into it in essence. You are because of gender, if you want to use
And
that
rich
terminology.
people are.
Well, that too. but we have to make ourselves into that. In my
I
opinion,
agree with that. Definitely.
So I can understand the perspective of that. If you're going to talk about going into a relationship, since this was what the show is about, right? Relationships. That as a man, you should want to go into a situation, okay, with your eyes dotted and your T's crossed. I will agree with you on that. But I think and this kind of ties into what Lewis said, and correct me if I'm wrong on your perspective, okay? That maybe in a way that does become a form of manipulation if there's this anticipation, okay, of failure in that sense. And I think that's where the idea of leverage can come back and backfire to some degree. But I might be wrong. Okay?
Well, I agree.
Yeah. So in that, I do. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Yes.
No,
Okay.
no,
But I just want to echo that because I do agree with, because again, and you made a beautiful point on, because once again, being in pastoral counseling.
What?
Huh?
A beautiful what?
Point,
A
nigga.
beautiful point.
I thought he
yeah.
said porno.
No.
Not out his mouth. Not out his mouth.
Those sticky ears.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's a beautiful point, because it being someone that has done pastoral counseling from a relationship perspective, I do see where, like the woman is doing so much and the man is going home and playing Grand Theft Auto. You know what I'm saying? So I do see a lot of that. Okay?
Right. And how do you respect a man like that?
Yeah, exactly,
that same thing. Did you want to say something before I kept on?
Well, I agree with you, Sean. But what I think leverage, I think all of us look to build leverage.
Yes, I agree with that.
In our lives, period. You need leverage when you're dealing with banks. You need leverage when you're just dealing with anything situation.
Yeah. So it's a societal thing.
A societal thing.
Yes.
So, and I agree. I didn't think I was a man until I was 27 years old.
Not right there with you. I can understand that.
So it was a gray area for me until I hit 27, and it was something that happened. I said, okay, yeah, this is it. Yeah, I've arrived at manhood at this point. Yeah, but before then,
I can agree with that, because for me, if I can say this real quick, now I came in with a family. I already had a family by the time I was 22.
Okay.
All right. But whenever I tell my story, I'm like, man, I really didn't start growing up, becoming a man until I was 26.
There we go.
And then I had to start building my leverage, quote unquote, in that sense. So I can understand that perspective.
Go ahead.
No, I was just about to say, y'all said 26 and 27. This nigga's 40 years old. So that's what
Still ain't bought day for his car.
And this is my reason why it's not a power play.
Right.
Because if you reach 40 and you ain't got shit, but yet you out here demanding shit, then that's a problem.
I can agree with that.
I mean, and it becomes a problem in the relationship because you have a false confidence of yourself. I mean, again, we go back to, we ain't gonna go back to the story with the, I forgot what it was called, about the big dick complex. So y'all remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Again, leverage. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You might not have the money, and that's what I was gonna say. We might not, you saying power play, but if I'm short and I'm 300 pounds, and I'm not able to, and I'm not the most handsome guy, and I'm short than 300 pounds, then I need something to help me get that 10 that I want, or that 9. And I'm saying if it takes that man spending whatever he gonna spend on that woman, that's what he does to get it. That's not power. That's just leveling the shit off.
That's
manipulation. And again, that's leverage. That's leveling it off.
That's manipulation all
How
day.
is it manipulation when she wants it? When that's what he's not saying that I'm tricking her.
But does he want to be those things?
Does he want to be 300 pounds?
No. The things that
he want the 10. He want the woman.
He wants the 10, but does he want to be the things that attract the 10?
I can agree with that.
Now, it's different. There's a difference between, hey, this is just the way I am. Tall, good looking, smart, winning personality.
Damn.
That's me.
All right.
Then I'm going to become those things so I can get her.
But why would he sit up there and eat right and work out when he can go spend his money on her and she's still going to come with him?
That's pay to play.
Same thing the dope boys used to do.
That's what I'm
Same
saying.
thing the dope and how we got to Rich Boy Toby. That's the same topic.
Oh, okay,
But I'm saying,
You're right.
That you sit up there and why would I work out if I weigh 300 pounds when I can sell dope and have the baddest chick in the neighborhood on my shit?
Or the chick from the strip club.
Or the strip from the, why? And that's the reason why niggas ain't working out. And working hard.
That's because the chick is is drawn to power.
Right.
Yeah.
But hey, those same chicks, guess what?
Yeah.
But the
They
word
know an
you
unhealthy
use,
person though. They be like,
right?
I'm good.
The word you used was power,
Right.
And the word you used, Lou, was what was the word you used?
Manipulation.
Well, I'm just saying it's all the same power. It's all the same thing.
But can I just say there is another aspect to it, and I don't know if it's tangential or if it's the flip side, and it's called family annihilators. Okay. And it generally happens with white men where they can't provide for their families anymore, so they kill the entire family. You've heard those.
Oh yeah.
And I was watching Unprisoned, that new show with Delroy Lindo and Kerry Washington.
Okay.
And he's in that situation. But I thought about it. Black men, we don't kill our families, but we will go break the law to provide
day
for
long.
them.
Yeah.
Dude,
That means because it's about providing.
Dude, we will kill everybody's family.
But not ourselves and our own family.
No.
That's what I'm
Remember,
saying.
we sold crack.
Well, I get
We
that.
sold
I get
crack to
that.
our mothers.
I get what you're
Okay,
saying.
yeah, no, I can
And
understand
aunties.
that.
That's
So I'm
different breed
saying,
right
it's,
there.
but what I'm saying,
That's
it's one
totally
thing to
different
say,
breed.
yeah, I
Slow
killed a
down.
nigga with a gun,
Yeah.
but it's another thing to kill a whole community.
Just
Just to make a couple dollars.
It's the same psychology at work in a
I feel
family
you. Right.
annihilator situation as it is for what black men do in terms of we may not kill like that, boom, boom, but we will go out and put ourselves in the situations. And again, it goes to, I guess, that leverage, because now that feeling, and I've had this feeling too, where I should be able to provide for myself and my family, and I'm in a situation where I can't. And that fucks me up mentally and even to a degree spiritually.
Right. No, and and I'm glad you brought that up, because I think that as I'm listening to this, and again, y'all correct me if I'm wrong on this, okay? And I'm gonna bring up a term that I've brought up in the previous show, because to me it seemed like that the glue, what should be the glue to the idea of leverage, should be the idea of intrinsic value. See, if I
He love that. Yeah, he love that. Right. Back at intrinsic value.
Yeah,
That's right.
Because see, and I'm gonna use your 300-pound fat man as an example of that. Okay, if I'm that guy, okay, you know what I'm saying, that 300-pound 5'2" guy or whatever the height was, right?
Right.
And if I want that 10, right?
Yeah, right.
Do I want that 10 as a status symbol because of the money do I have, or do I want that 10 because I'm looking at the intrinsic value of the human being that I'm desiring?
Come on now.
Okay, there we go.
No,
There we go.
you definitely
I got
don't
you.
want her because they're intrinsic value. You
So
you
status
want her
symbol.
right because you're
Yeah.
300 pounds. You never had a bad chick, and this is the only way you're gonna get her.
Okay, but then at that point, then leverage does become a thing of a manipulation
It
to me.
does,
Then.
at
It
that
does.
point.
At that point,
Yeah.
it really
But
does.
my thing is,
Yeah.
if she wants it, how is it manipulation?
Well, at the end of the day,
She's
it's a
happy because if she didn't do it, somebody else would do it.
well, that means it's a two-way street of manipulation, then, ain't
Yeah.
it? It's a two-way street. So you're basically in a manipulative relationship that basically, in this day and age, they would call it toxic.
Exactly.
And that's all because
She's staying for the money. He's staying for the
money.
looks.
He's staying for the
Exactly.
And my question is how is it ever two-way manipulation?
But she's getting what she wants.
Yeah, she getting what she
Right.
wants, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
right.
So how is it two-way manipulation?
How's it two-way manipulation?
Because
I think
that's
Rucker just kinda
exactly
said that.
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
that's exactly she went in the relationship to get
What
that.
she wanted, right?
Exactly.
He went in the
Relationship
relationship
to get what she wanted.
to get what he wanted.
Minus what,
So how
though?
is it manipulation when everybody? And again, we go back to another show,
Yeah.
the list.
The list.
If I come up to you and I say this is what I want,
But that-
how is it
But
manipulation?
that's where you faking it to make it right there, because
Yeah.
she's faking that she's in love with him.
Yeah.
And he's faking like
she not.
yes, you know, she's in love with his money.
Yeah, she in love with the money.
Right, but she's not-
And the only thing he worried right now is having this bad chick on the side.
First
and that's
of all,
it.
Yeah,
first
and
of
that's where the
all,
intrinsic- that's
first
where the
of
intrinsic
all,
value that's gone.
because
Exactly.
he paid for it. He don't care if he love her.
Okay.
Second of all,
better.
because she's getting paid
That's
for it,
investment shit.
because she's getting paid
Yeah,
for
that's what
it,
I'm
she
saying.
don't care if she love him. I mean, that she's not there to love him.
Right.
She's there to give him what he wants. She's a item on the list. She's a thing to do.
She that piece on his arm.
Key
That's
word
right.
though is
That's
thing.
right.
Now, okay, well, I get what you're saying. So what I would say to that is this, and hopefully I won't jump ahead, but if you are okay with being a thing,
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay, at the end of the day, then
Right.
fine, God bless you. But
Have you watched Society? Have you been outside?
oh yeah, I'm out there every day.
She see it in church every Sunday. What you mean?
Yeah, I see. This is the stuff I counsel every
the
Sunday.
things
Yeah.
have the bonnets on. The things have the pajama pants that's walking across the street.
I see the
The
bonnets,
things have the big fluffy things on their feet.
I get that.
Those are the things. So I'm saying it's a whole bunch of them things out there.
And I get that.
Okay.
Those are the ones that want the high value guy at the end of the day.
So how
Shit,
can it be?
that ain't looking their way.
And that was my only thing is because of that, because this is what they want, because there's so many that want it and somebody else to do it if the first one done. How is it manipulation?
That's the question on the table.
Yeah, that's how is it manipulation if all parties wants it.
It's not you.
It
You're
goes
being
back. Go ahead, because
you're being a peacock. You showing your feathers right then to impress her, but at the end of the day, guess what? You close them feathers up, you ain't shit.
The peacock only shows his feathers because it has the feathers.
He's trying to impress her.
Right.
He's showing them feathers.
And
Yeah.
what happens when he flows it out and he
As
impresses
impress
her,
her.
then he get his ass, right?
Yeah. But guess what? Maybe close them babies up.
But if that peacock ain't bringing home some worms to feed them babies, they getting ready to
Then what is he doing?
Their asses out the nest.
Kicking out the nest.
But he already got the ass because he had the babies.
But see, that's what I'm saying.
And after you close the
That's-
feathers up,
that's
and
my
she see who
point.
really
He-
is.
that's the
he
point.
peacocked. He got
got
what
what
he
he
wanted.
peacocked.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
right.
got what he wanted. She
Okay,
saw
he
what
peacocked.
she wanted. Right. She saw she peacocked. She saw what she wanted. She saw what she wanted. And she went and got it. Because she had the choice to go, no. I'm a fuck
Don't
with
fuss
another
back. Don't
peacock.
fuss back. They
But she went and got something else because she needed her children provided for. She needed a peacock which had value in himself.
But remember,
who
he
believed in him.
made the children, remember?
No, he done made the children, but is he supporting the children?
I mean, not.
And when I say supporting the children, I'm not just talking about financially. Is he pouring into them children? Is he building
Back to
up
people,
those?
it takes 9 months to have a baby. So when the dude out there
Oh
had,
God, I'm trying to stop saying the N word.
and I'm saying when the nigga peacocking,
Say ninja.
let me help him. When the nigga peacocking, right? When the nigga peacocking, then she don't give a fuck about that man. I wish I could show you this interview with this guy that had 7 kids from 7 different women.
That's asinine.
And he's sitting up there talking about, look,
That's
he's sitting up there talking about he not taking care of none of them because
I
he
saw that
told
video. I saw
he
that.
told
I saw
all
that.
of them that they was just he already gave them the rundown. I got other kids. I don't take care of my kids. I only want you for a
damn.
one night
Right,
stand.
right.
I don't want
Then
no
it's on.
babies. I
Yeah.
don't want no relationships. 7 women had kids with this man.
And he was hitting it wrong.
And each one because he didn't care.
Yeah.
But he was letting them know that I'm not in this to be your man, to be your husband. I just want some sex, and yet they still had a baby with him.
That's on them, man.
Yeah.
So
You've been warned.
that is, but again, how's that manipulation?
It's not.
It's not.
It's been
Well,
up
if
front.
she got what she wanted, that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, again, if you're
If she
okay.
just wanted the dick,
Right, because
Yeah.
now she don't have what she want because she ain't got nobody taking care of her kid.
Now, again, if you're going into
She did
just
get the dick.
If you're just going into this just being a thing, okay, at the
Yeah,
end of the day,
that's different.
That's different, and I don't condone that by no shape, form, or fashion because again, it's always going to come back to intrinsic value for
It's
me.
gonna come back to that church too.
And
Right?
it's supposed to, right? You're a preacher.
Yeah, exactly. Because at the end of the day, the idea of
No, okay, I'm sorry. It had nothing to do with being a preacher. It's just being a human created by
I will
God.
agree with that. Yes,
Right,
yes,
so
I will
God-
agree with that.
It was
No,
why it
but you
came
gotta-
back. It's why it came back to
Yeah,
intrinsic
yeah,
value.
yeah,
That was
yeah.
why I
Yeah,
said
yeah,
that.
but no,
Can
but
you
yeah.
get right? Damn.
Yeah, but
See, I told you he always likes to argue for the opposite. Whatever the fuck I say, whatever is just the opposite. I
yeah.
stand corrected.
But that's why I say at the end of the day, and I understand in this modern day culture because it does seem like that there is a war of intrinsic value
Thank
within
you.
relationships. Okay,
Very.
again, not something that I condone because again, looking at it from a biblical worldview, when you look at the idea of what relationships are supposed to be in the economy of God, okay, it is why because believe it or not, you take like if I can say this real quick, let me get a little preachy real quick. When we look at the Bible, we know that God is a God of justice, He's a God of mercy, He's a God of love. But if you believe in the idea of what is called the triune God, what is called the Holy Trinity, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, God Himself is the actual personification of relationship within Himself. So there's verses that actually lets us know that how we should conduct ourselves in our relationships. As a matter of fact, there's a verse in 1 Corinthians that says, "Be not deceived, for bad company corrupts good habits. Okay, talk about relationships.
Bad
Thanks. I'm glad you got that.
corrupts good
Next time, get a
habits.
church organ going for me next time. In EF, all right. But long story short, right? That's what I'm saying. Because we seem to have lost this idea of intrinsic value within the idea of our relationships, right? Now, if leverage works for you, that you're just getting something for the sake of just getting something, I mean, then you have to bear with the consequences of that. But I think the consequences overall, and maybe this is something we need to discuss too, because I can't see, you might get the goods for that moment in time, but what is the payoff in the long run? Because in the sense of being a man, right? I'm a man forever, okay?
Yeah.
And so thus that means that for me, the payoff has got to be something where intrinsically it's going to be something invested back to me. But if I'm just not going to be just shelling out money for a bunch of kids that's all over the place and something like that, where do I profit at in that at the end of the day? And so for me, because I value the identity of being the man that I am, my leverage is always going to be, as I put it out there, yes, I'm going to control it, but it's also going to be something that's going to make an investment in return back for me because of the man of who and what I am, if that makes sense.
No, it does. It does. Horace, you were going to say
Yes.
something? I think? Were you about to say something?
Yes.
No, I was just listening to the definition, and I agree with that. But leverage is used in a lot of different ways. For instance,
Yes.
let's just say I hate to say this man's name, but Trump.
He about to go to jail Tuesday. You saw that, right?
The orange man.
Yeah, I like to see
Go
that.
ahead.
He ain't working his way out of it. Yeah.
Yes.
Supposedly. He's using leverage because he's saying he wants somebody to fight for him, right? He's announcing that he may go to jail.
Right.
So he's trying to do the same thing he did on January 6th. Get everybody riled up to come to
Come
his
here, right.
defense.
Okay.
That leverage. Doesn't give a damn about intrinsic value
Right.
or
It's
any
just-
value. Okay, it's
It's to get what he wants.
just to get what he wants.
What they
Okay.
gonna storm this time? The Pentagon? What?
Who knows?
Everybody crib.
Oh, damn.
But
That's just Pontiac on Tuesday. But
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right.
Wow.
So again, when we talk about being a male, an alpha male, it's about having control.
Alpha males don't call themselves alpha males. They
Whatever
just
the
are.
fuck, I'm talking about a male, a strong male.
we just-
But I didn't put a label on it or nothing. I'm saying the point was when you're trying to be a strong man, it's about control.
But let me
because
ask you this.
the strong man controls the relationship.
But let me ask you this: if you are a strong man, to use your words, won't you draw to you what it is that you're putting out there?
Not if that's not what you want.
The devil comes in many forms.
Not if that's not what you want. If I'm a strong man and I want, if I'm a strong man and I'm Bruce Wayne, I don't want no wife. I want whores because I'm Bruce Wayne.
You want whores.
I want whores.
Okay.
I
He
don't
don't
want
want to stay
anybody
around
with
long.
intrinsic
Shit, he want
value.
hey, get it to go.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So it depends on what you want and what you're trying to get. No, a strong man doesn't necessarily mean I got to have a strong wife. That doesn't make you a strong man because you got a strong wife.
And when I say that, what I mean is, so a woman who values herself, who values what she is and what she brings to the table. If you do that within, that's the type of woman you're going to attract. Now, if you out here being a hoe and whatever, and I've been a hoe,
Right.
you gonna attract other hoes.
And we talk about as recently as what, a year and a half ago, nigga. Damn.
6 months ago.
That's why a good word that you used in that definition there, profound, the word to influence, to back up what you're saying, right? When you're a person of influence, okay, basically whatever your level of influence is based on, whatever it is you project out there, you're going to bring that back to you. Like, say, for example, if I can speak biblically again, see, for me, it's going to be the Proverbs 31 woman, that virtuous woman, okay, at the end of the day, you know what I mean? And that woman is going to compliment me from the intrinsic value that I'm looking for, you know what I mean? And this is where I can actually thank God for my wife in that sense. I too am a product of, I had my first marriage, we didn't have that going on, okay? It was a learning curve for me. But when I knew it was time for me to get married again, and then, in the idea of getting myself together as a man, there was a lot of, and I like how something you said earlier, mentally, spiritually, and physically, and even financially, I had to get myself together again, you know what I mean? So I could be that man, one, that God wanted me to be, and then that man that I can look at in the mirror and be like, hey, okay, doggone it, I'm Sean Allen, at the end of the day, okay? And then when that came about, then I knew the level of woman that I needed to add that value to me. That's what I'm saying about my leverage is always going to be like when I throw it out there, it's going to also invest back into me at the end of the day. So like you said, okay, you know, you want whores.
You know, I said it from Bruce Wayne.
Yeah,
if I'm Bruce Wayne, right? If I got the money,
Still want
if I
whores.
got the money, if I got the money, right?
You're explaining you whores, but for me, you know, I'm going to want that Proverbs 31 woman at the end of the day. But that's just me.
And what you said, what you started that with was influence.
Influence, exactly.
Influence is leverage.
Yeah, and I agree with that. That's why I use it, and I do agree with that. I do agree with that.
Yeah.
And so, so I do agree with that.
What was you about to say, Lou?
Well, I guess, you know, I got a phone call today from this dude I used to just kick it with. And he said, I always wanted to step to you the right way. He said, you're tall, you debonair, you not carry yourself, you're influential and things like that.
Okay.
You know,
Leverage.
Mm-hmm. Leverage.
He put the leverage on.
You're right.
Got that 100-pound elephant over there.
I didn't know he felt that way about, you know, because it was just a jump off. You know, it was several times, but it was still a
Right.
jump
That
off.
is not a jump off.
That's not
It's
a jump
every
off.
time.
For me.
That's a jump in and out and jump
okay.
around and jump off and on. And
But I think part of it, when it
Jump up and
goes,
get down.
jump up and get down.
House of Pain.
Whoa.
I'm come become a log cabin Republican. But about having intrinsic value, or even if you don't, you have to believe what you are in order to attract. And I say, because I remember when my partner and I broke up in 2009, I was all sad and stuff, and my sister called me. She said, I'm going to use it because I'm quoting, nigga, don't you know you the prize? You the one that every motherfucker want? You got all of this and you crying over this one nigga, and what it's going at is I don't believe it.
She's just
and
trying to
don't
make you
know
feel
it.
good.
It's still the fucking truth.
Okay.
Truth can make you feel good. Ain't that right, Pastor? But in order for me to attract what it was that I was looking for, I had to be sure of myself and know who in the fuck I was.
Okay, there you go.
Wow.
That's why we love our sisters. So, again, sometimes leverage. We talking leverage. Sometimes you ain't got the money. If you ain't got the money, then you have to have the influence. If you ain't got the influence, then you should have the power. If you ain't got the power, maybe you just got a big ass dick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's leverage too.
Or you got to have a good philosophy. Now, say
You was
for
about to say
instance-
philosophy, right? Go ahead.
Really? Okay, so I'll say both my marriages, right? I never limited my wife from doing what they wanted to do.
Okay.
We're grown, okay? I got baggage, you got baggage, okay?
Right.
I'm going to give you all the freedom you need, and vice versa. You give me the freedom that I need. So my first wife, she, both my wives, I loved them, okay? All right. So I'm saying that I would give them that freedom. My first wife, party. I love to party. Okay.
Shit, man, now you talking. Go ahead.
We're not. Hey, Sean, listen, we go to the party, then we go to the after party. And then she'd have to close the after party, right? So it's just ain't no coming home. I said, it's going to be another party, but no, this party is tonight. So I gave her all the freedoms, right? So go to party, stay out late as you want. All I need to do is call me, let me know you're safe,
Right.
that you're coming home. Okay,
Right.
so those broad latitudes. Okay, so that's hard. That's hard for women to deal with.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
you're giving
definitely.
them that freedom, and how they do it or how they use it. It's hard.
Some can't handle it.
Right, 'cause-
Some can't handle it. They get out there and do too much with that time.
Now you don't love me enough because you let me do what I want to do.
Exactly.
No, I agree with that.
Man.
You let me do what I want to do.
They don't understand.
You ain't putting no leverage down. You
They
ain't
understand that love is that, hey, I trust you enough that I'm giving you this much space in my life and you do what you want to do. So you ain't cause no conflict in our relationship. That
Right.
shit right there,
Yeah.
I don't play that shit no more.
I love you. Right. I love you because I'm here with you and I'm spending this time with you and I'm spending this and I'm working hard to give you this house, this house over your head. That's the love. They don't see stuff like that. It's-
Right.
You wasn't here on Saturday night. You didn't go to my mama's party with me. You ain't spending no time. Well, what about
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. The the leverage is being able to have that house to put over her head.
Yeah.
Because if you didn't, then it'd be a different argument. And you probably lose.
Yeah.
And you probably lose. So before we get to the so far, I wanted to, I had purchased this book, and I don't
Giving a book plug.
It ain't no book plug, but it's
She comes
leverage.
first.
It's leverage.
Okay.
Did you read the title?
Yeah, she comes first. I see.
Right. So it's leverage.
Okay.
So again, a lot of times people look, it ain't for you, Lou. So a lot of times people like to say they know things or they can do things, but they don't know shit.
Right.
Meaning,
I like the back of it.
right? Like niggas like to say they can do something to a certain woman, to a woman, but you don't even know the parts of the pussy.
You know what I was just thinking? In a pussy eating contest, I will beat you.
Oh damn!
Really?
You got too much. You probably will because you got the beard, right? They would like the beard. They would like that scruffy looking beard all in their little booty hole. You got a scruffy beard too. That's why they stay white.
why you
You
free.
bleach
You
it
know
out.
what I'm saying?
Right, you ain't gotta be quiet, Miles. You can talk. It's cool.
This shit white and full. Like,
Right, that's how it grows. They rub it on their face.
So, the book, she comes first?
She comes first. So it's about knowing the woman's body and how.
she comes first.
Yeah,
Literally.
meaning right.
that's just being a gentleman
So you see
anytime.
the-
You know,
you
like,
see
let her do
the
everything
fruit right
first.
there.
Yeah,
Right,
shit.
So it's and again, a lot of times we like to
Don't look at this book too long, bastard.
we like to say we can do things or we want things, but we don't take the time to learn what we need to know to do it.
To do it. Yeah, I got you.
Learning
Yeah.
is leverage.
Yeah.
Knowledge is leverage.
Knowledge is power.
Knowledge is power. So,
It's-
Lou,
Yes.
next week you're not coming because you performing. What's the name of the show?
Yes, it's called The Phoenix Protocol. It's a murder mystery. It's my first one, but we're taking it
The
to
Phoenix Protocol.
Yeah, but
Okay.
All right.
we're elevating murder mystery theater.
Oh, that's what's
So
up.
it's
That's what's up.
really
I like
good
that.
script. We're sold out for months now.
And where is it?
It's actually going to be in Eaton Rapids on the other side of the state.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Well, good
So
luck to you on that. Break a leg.
Okay.
what's
Break
the
a
next
leg. Break a leg.
open date then?
All right.
For
You said that you've been sold. They're sold out. I'm saying, what's the next available date?
oh no, all 3 shows are sold out. We're performing 3 times.
So there's no way for anybody to come.
No, but we also start. I work on our October show.
Okay.
Those tickets are going on sale.
So
too.
ain't no need to promote it because
No, it is a need to promote it because
y'all already sold out 3 times.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Which is
So we
telling
just
you-
promoted in 3 weeks. I mean, in 3 months.
No,
When y'all do y'all October show, you just wasting time.
no, because
I
we
brought it up,
expect
though. I'm
we
just talking
expect the
shit.
tickets to be sold out very
Right,
soon.
right.
So I'll bring that information when I come back.
And
for
that
the
way we
Easter
can,
show.
and that way we can sell it out before
Yes.
it come again, and then we
Right.
can be invited
We'll
to
definitely
it.
break a leg. Break a leg.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
So I'm excited it's new because I've never done this type of theater before.
Okay.
Mystery theater.
Yeah.
They got food and stuff.
Yeah.
Free ticket.
It sounds pretty amazing. That
Yeah,
sounds
it is.
So,
really,
Lou,
really cool.
what
So-
part do you play?
Actually, I play a James Bond character with leverage.
Oh, look out.
Is this a lot of white people in the play?
007 with leverage.
Yes, I am. representing.
That's not good at all.
So you're the only Negro in the play.
No, he not.
Yes, I am the only person of color in the play.
Negro. Negro.
Does this go back to where they like you got to have one black person in the production? Oh, okay.
The token black.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
Sean, you doing anything? You got anything to say? What you know?
No. Just continue to just pray for me as I pray for y'all. So I'll be preaching at a convention, but that's next month, and
Where the convention at?
actually be in Sylvan Lake, Michigan. It's going to be at my home church, so it's just a
Silver
local.
Lake.
Silver Lake,
Sylvan Lake.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is
So
that
I'll be-
west?
yeah, that's like towards Pontiac. So
Okay.
down towards
Out
Pontiac.
there where that log cabin that Lou was just talking about, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much, yeah. So that's all I've been doing, and just doing church work right now. So before I get back into acting, so yes. Mhm.
Well, Rev, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Do you agree with the philosophy of Happy wife, happy life.
No.
Okay.
Damn.
That's not. I really didn't expect you to say
Exactly.
No, because I mean, we could talk about because mutual being happy is a mutual thing. So
Oh,
because
there we
to me in that statement, and I
All
might
right.
be wrong.
Yeah.
There's and while I do understand the need of compromise within relationships,
Okay.
but it seemed like to me in that statement, it seems to be a compromise that is only one way.
Thank you.
Exactly.
Okay,
So I would be thinking it would be happy spouse, happy house.
That's better.
Right. So it go both ways.
Yeah,
I like
so-
that.
Both ways.
Yeah, because if I'm not happy, then you're not going to be happy.
there we
okay,
go.
there we go. Yeah,
I ain't going to work.
Messing
every
up the
day.
leverage.
exactly. That's
Messing
the
up the
whole
leverage.
leverage.
Stepping off that Volcrum.
What's up with you, Profound Rucker?
I'm doing good. I'm like pursuing new endeavors in my life right now.
Good.
What kind of new endeavors?
Money. More money.
Right,
More-
get a little deeper.
Leverage.
Get a little deeper.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
tell everybody my financial business.
I didn't ask you how much you
Hey,
made.
just saying.
Damn, can you add some color to the
At
picture?
the same
That's all I'm
time,
asking.
I'm not telling what kind of financial endeavors I'm on right now because I can't.
Okay, he's opening up Backpage again, and he's going to be a mail whore.
You stay off
filled in
that
the blank.
page.
Right, I filled in the blank. Since he didn't
You
want to
stay
say
off
it,
that
I
page.
said it. It's all right. Mail whoring is fine. And
Slap myself
Remember
out.
that HBO show Hung and the black pimp kept saying he don't want to do the gay shit. That's where the money is.
I was actually I did extra work on one of those episodes. Yeah, you know, 'cause they shot it here. Yeah, they did. They shot it here. So I was a cop in one of those episodes. When acting was not so popular. In high school, remember it was gay to be an actor. Yeah, remember
Big
that?
time.
Yeah, if you was an actor, it was gay, right? That's why I did it, but I was good.
But hey,
so
all
it
them
didn't
gay
hurt
ass
my
actors
feelings.
right now got all that bread up there.
But
in
yeah,
California.
they got all that money right now.
Not
yeah.
everybody an actor and shit, but that ain't
That's a
what we
whole
talking
nother
about.
story,
Right,
yeah, that's
right.
a
We
whole nother
got
story.
3 more minutes before
Yeah.
we end. Did Horace, you wanted to say anything before we, cancel out? Did you, word of advice, some wisdom you want to put down on the young brother?
No, I enjoy sitting here on the podcast because I enjoy you guys.
All right, appreciate you being here.
On the outside looking in, but the only advice I have is the mask a man wears is apt to become his face.
See, look. I knew it. Wait. I couldn't get it out quick enough because I knew that, and I thought I was going to get it out. One time you was upset and I was around you.
Yeah.
You remember that? And you remember when you started doing all that?
Yeah.
And I was like, look,
Yeah, right. I do remember.
I was like, Horace, if nobody understands you, that we don't get
right,
it.
exactly.
Lou right there, he
Yeah.
would understand what the hell you was talking about.
Okay.
So please recite that for Lou.
I said the mask a man wears is apt to become his face.
Damn.
I like that. That's deep.
But it was
I
a
like
whole
that.
bunch.
I like
No.
that. I like
You was
that.
like,
I like that.
like from the walls of Jericho, and come down and glisten blue, and the Pegasus fall over the torches.
I said
Yeah,
some
please.
shit like that before, yeah.
Yeah, I thought that's what you was about to recite
Right, no,
because
no.
I knew because Lou be doing that. He
Y'all
be
let him
reciting stuff. No, I was painting at his crib.
I let him borrow what?
I was
Okay.
painting at his
Short
crib.
recitement.
Right, and he was upset with somebody, and he hit me with some
Right.
1933 theatrical
Yeah, right.
Pegasus, and I was like, damn. The fuck he say? I was like, this is some. Hey, dude, if I knew what the fuck you said, that shit would be fabulous. And I just knew if you would repeat it, because Lou be doing that too. He be getting into his things, and I don't be, I'd be. Lou, what are you talking about?
But Oscar, what you up to now?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
There we go.
My birthday Tuesday.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I don't know what I'll be doing. I ain't got no
We ain't going to the
girlfriend.
titty bar?
I don't know. I ain't been to titty bar in 20 years.
I thought that's what y'all
Your
did.
birthday is Thursday?
Tuesday. The 21st, March 21st.
21st. Okay.
Yeah, the gay guys, they. I thought, oh my God, y'all went to the. No, nigga.
He said,
Right.
Done.
I'm working on my leverage. I want the hoes to come to my house. Fuck, I'm gonna go to the bar for.
He want the horse to come there.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. How is that manipulation? They know where they going. They get paid to come to the house. How is that manipulation when you paying for it?
Is that the question on the table again?
That's the table. That's it. Just to add into that. How is that manipulation? If you, I know.
You mean like gay for pay?
Okay. How's the manipulation? Right. How's the manipulation?
Because
You know
I've
what it
been
is. It's gay for
manipulated
pay.
into doing something I would not otherwise do.
If a dude is on the corner, if a dude is on the corner selling his ass, and another dude pull up and say get in the car, and he get in the car, how is that manipulation? On either part.
Gay for pay? Because you've been manipulated because you have a need.
You
which
said
is the
gay for
money.
pay. I mean, just if he gay, period, and
No,
he get in the car.
I'm saying gay for pay means you're not gay, but you do it for the money.
What? No.
Yeah, I don't
like that at all. Like, you get
Yeah, that's another topic. That's another show. I'm gonna need you to bring a guest in for that, Lou.
You know exactly what you got to invest into. You about to be getting.
Yeah, look at Charles' eyes, Pastor. You all right?
You know, I'm good.
Like, how much money?
Free baby, you know?
How much money on the table for you to just be like, you be getting
Nigga,
this
he gonna
car
need a
real quick?
booyah.
You be getting this Nissan for a second.
Oh, man.
Where we at, Ma?
1 minute.
One second.
Right, we got 1 minute.
1 minute.
All right, we shout out to Dez Cortez.
Yes,
He not here
Mr.
tonight.
Dez, Mr. Dez.
Miss you, man.
Catch you when you come back. Lou won't be here next week. We'll have a new show next week. The title of the show is Cherry Wine for Lou's people that need to know the damn name of the show the week
Cherry
behead.
Wine.
What is the show? What is the show about? Nigga, the title is Cherry Wine. Nah, you figure out what the show is about with the Cherry Wine. And we'll be back with another guest. Oh, probably two, because you won't be here. We're going to have two fine women up in here.
Bring Daddy, I love people up here.
Daddy, I love them people. Who is that?
The cast of the movie.
The
To the
cast for
show?
his movie.
Cast of my movie.
For his movie.
Yeah.
Am I in it?
Yeah.
No, fuck that.
Yeah.
It's four act. Is Dez in it?
He the folly
Is
grip.
Lou in it? Is Sean in it? Nigga. We got
We ain't got no leverage.
Cherry Wine. We ain't got no leverage.
Nobody is.
Right. And they gonna talk about Cherry Wine
Yeah.
and not the show? See, that don't even make no sense. You got Cherry Wine in the movie?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're going to talk another 15 minutes since his cast coming on next week.
All right.
No, I'm just... All right, so Lou, do your thing.
Don't forget to.
That is the longest one. Well, that's the longest I've ever heard that shit.
And I'm going to need him to get some more sounds on that motherfucker. Ain't it? Can't you hold about 20 of them in there? Right. None of them.
That sounds like porn music right there. I like that one.
Nah, it's the nipple music.
I just opened up my
That's
computer.
nipple music.
I
That
just
is the
opened
cold
up my
nipple
damn computer
music.
and shit.
Yeah. Hold on. Before you say that, hold on. This is our 20th show.
Yes.
I got family out there. I don't know about these people family, but I got family on my mama's side, my daddy's side. I need y'all to share this shit and subscribe to the channel. Because if you make me rich, I'm going to take care of y'all. Watch what I do if I get rich to my family. I don't know about everybody else, but I need y'all to share this. So I'm going to send this shit to each one of my cousins, and I need y'all to
Stop
send
calling
this.
our product shit.
No, I say shit. If you watch the shows because you don't watch them, I say shit about 30 times in each episode. So it is what it is now. And until you start sharing it, then it's shit.
Negro.
It's 30 people watching it. It's shit.
Look, until we get the motherfucking
Right.
XM
If we
radio.
get 150, 200 people watching, then it's manure. It's furniture.
Okay, so
It's
what
art.
are you going to do when you're rich?
I'm going to take care of my people.
So, like us, share us, comment, and come back next week for
The That's Just It Show.